Hey guys, so we're going to do Roma flat track today. We've done this track once before, just before the rains really hit, and it was absolutely bone dry and it was actually quite an easy track. But we have been told that once it's wet, it's a very difficult track, and we're likely to get bogged because it's very boggy and sandy, deep puddles, and good chance of crocodiles in the creeks that we'll be crossing. So yeah, it could be interesting fun. Let's go give it a go.
This is the first iffy spot of the Roma Flats track. That sand all there, very, very soft. Daryl fell into it just to test it out, so I think the car's going to drop a bit into the sand. We'll see how it goes. The Roma Flats track is actually very soft. A lot of people get stuck. I can't find a place to turn. Brought some flats with him. I have to keep going. Okay, you can come through now. You can come through now. Okay. Didn't really think about that. Yeah.
That way is probably the easy way to go. Do it the hard way.
Alright.
Certainly looks a lot different than when it was dry, doesn't it?
Yep.
So when we did this track about 3 months ago in early December, it was bone dry. The track was dry, the terrain, the grass was all dead and brown, and just totally different to what it is now. I'm actually amazed at how much water there is about now. You'll see further on in the video we cross a couple of rivers, quite big rivers and deep, and there's quite deep puddles that we go through as well. And as I said, 3 months ago, this was all bone dry. There was no rivers, there was no creeks. And just look at it now, it is so green, so wet. It just blows me away how much it's changed in just 3 short months. So we come across a couple of places where trees had fallen across the track, and I had to cut them up with a chainsaw. Basically all I did was cut off the main branches and any bits that could stake my tyres, and then just leave the main trunk there and drive over it. So pretty easy. Oh yeah, so we've come to a creek that I'm going to have to walk across, which I'm a bit worried about because there might be crocodiles in here, but I'd be silly to just try and attempt to drive across it and get stuck in the middle and then have to get out and winch and all the rest of it and spend more time in the creek waiting for crocodiles to come and get me. So the smartest course of action is to walk across, make sure it's safe, hard on the bottom, and I can get across. It's an awesome little spot. The creek goes down there, and it also branches off and goes down there. Anyway, as scared as I am going to walk across right now. So here we go. Thongs off. At least the water's clear, and I can see if a crocodile comes. I've got the whacking stick here. If a crocodile comes, I might be able to whack him. Bottom feels quite firm. Feels good. That creek looks awesome. And it's nice and cold. And it's up to my knees already. And there's no sign of a croc yet. So mate, I'm not kidding. My heart is fucking racing. Okay. I think I'm going to be safe. I should really walk up there, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm too fucking scared to. Can't see any crocs in the water. Oh, I'm not fucking walking up there, because there might be a croc up there. And I think this bottom is good enough to drive on. So fuck it, I'm getting out of this fucking river. I'm going to drive across it. We found out 2 days later from a very knowledgeable local that it had recently been discovered that a monstrous crocodile was living just 50 metres down from this river crossing. So I'm glad I found out afterwards and not beforehand, because I would never have gotten in that water otherwise.
Daryl's just gonna check what the track's like. There's one here, or we can take that one there. So he's just gonna see which one is sturdy enough for the car to get by. You can see closer, you've got a bunch of water up there. And he has to figure out if it's mushy or not, because apparently here it looks like it's completely sturdy, like clay flooring, and then people have put their cars through it and it's just turned to absolute mush. So we got to be careful because it is only us two out here, so that didn't seem so deep since Daryl just walks through it. So he's probably checking that one out now, which is saying you've got water in little spurts, and then you've got the white sand, which seems quite hard, but Roma Flats always does that to people. The floor looks hard, but people don't go and check it, and then the car just falls straight through it. So hopefully we'll be right. Otherwise, it's winching time.
Alright, so we're at a spot where there's quite a lot of different options of tracks to take. And I've just been up there and walked them all. And I'm going to take the easy way. No point being silly about it and getting stuck. Some of those puddles up there are really deep, and I'm not sure how soft it is. The water's black, so I don't know if there's crocodiles in there or not. I mean, I should be able to tell if there's croc slides off the sides, but you never know. So I'm not going to get a chance walking through them. So yeah, I'm just going to avoid them altogether and drive around. Even the track that I've decided to take has got a few puddles on it, but I think this one is going to be the easiest one.
Look at that one, that's dark.
So once again, we're at a river and there's a big deep black hole on the other side. that I am not prepared to walk through, purely for croc reasons. I have splashed around a lot in there and nothing's come up, but I just don't trust it. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive in the river, drive down the river a little bit, then back up the embankment on this side, go down a bit further and cross over a bit further down where it's a little bit less wide than this. So yeah, let's do it. Alright, so we've just done Roma Flats, full drive track, and we made it through, no dramas. Come out at Tungsten Bay, which is what it does. And so we were told it was going to be really hard to come through here and to be careful, and we actually did it with ease. There were some scary bits and a couple of little hard bits, but yeah, nothing we couldn't handle. We let the tyres down to 15 psi, which helped us get through all the soft sand and soft muddy bottoms of the puddles. And admittedly, I did take the easy tracks through those big black sandy puddles, but looking back now, I reckon I could have got through the big ones as well. And in fact, I'm quite happy to go back and do it again, but I've got one of those things called a girlfriend and she won't let me, so.
I never said that.
No, we're going to go down to Runga Point campground, have a look down there, and if I can talk her into coming back that way, we will. Alright. So we've been up here in Cape York for, I don't know, 3 months or something, I have no idea. We haven't seen one croc yet, but we just come down to Cable Beach and I found a baby croc just behind that log. See the log? So I'm going to sneak up and grab it, alright?
Be careful.
No, I'll just grab it behind the neck tag, it won't bite.
God.
Got it! I got it, it's a croc! Woohoo! We saw one! So we're on Cable Beach in Cape York, not Broome, but Cape York on the other side of the country. I don't know if you can see my car, Ruby, just up there. And I walked along the beach, there's a little estuary at the back here. It's the ocean, that's the Torres Strait out there, or the islands. And this here is the very end of Cable Beach. We can't go any further than this. And this to me looks like a really good spot for fishing. So I reckon I might come back here and have a go. Also a good spot for crocs, probably. I don't know, I'm not a fucking croc expert. Anyway, nice little spot. So this is Runga Point Campgrounds. It's free camping here, so good spot to come if you're thinking of spending a bit of time up here in the Cape. Yeah, as I said, free camping, so there's no facilities here, so you have to be fully self-sufficient. Take your rubbish out with you, of course, and do the right thing toilet-wise. Bring your own water in. As I said, there's nothing here, so fully self-sufficient. Lots of space, lots of campsites. I'm not sure how busy it gets up here, but I'd say there would be a few people in here. What else? The weather would probably be better in the dry season. The nice blue skies, the water would be beautiful and blue. Today it was a bit brownish and the wind was blowing, stirring things up a bit. But yeah, no, I reckon this would be a really nice place to set up camp, set up base, spend a bit of time here. You're about 20k approximately from the tip here. Just down the road from Punson Bay Campground, which is a paid campground, but it's absolutely awesome. Definitely have to check that one out when you come up here. But yeah, Runga Point, good one to stay at.